Very much. And now, before we move on to our regular agenda, I have a few remarks. First, once again, thank you to Supervisor Hahn for stepping up to chair our board this year and leading us through a time of great change. Any success I have this year as chair will come from the lessons I learned from your example of how to serve the county well with grace and with strength. Thank you. To all of my colleagues, my deepest gratitude goes to each of you for finding ways to work together with me and with each other for the betterment of Los Angeles County. I'm excited for all that is before us in 2024 and grateful to be on this amazing team as we do the work. To our county team, thank you to our fearless CEO, our executive officer, department directors, and hardworking staff who are the lifeblood of our county. Thank you for digging deep every day to serve Angelenos who are counting on us to get it right by them. And most importantly, thank you to the community members who allow me to serve in this role. From Hollywood to the West Side to the Valley and District 3, I have the privilege of working for some of the most inspiring constituents who challenge me and my entire team to bring our best to the work we do each and every day. I'm grateful for the ways that you partner with us while also challenging us to create an even better LA County. On December 5th, 2022, I was sworn into the office of supervisor, becoming the youngest woman ever to serve in the role. Thank you. 1 year later, to the day, by the grace of God and with the support of my community, I become the youngest person to ever serve as chair of the Board of Los Angeles County Supervisors. And I have been asked why that's important to acknowledge, and I want to be clear that it is not because it is a personal superlative. It's important because in this moment of deep uncertainty, of growing division, of hatred and violence at all levels, local to global, we need to remember what we're fighting for. And we can't let anyone or anything distract us from the goals we have and the work that lies ahead. For me, that inspiration lies in looking toward our young people who are yearning to lead us to a future we can all be proud of. In 1986, or as Gen Z likes to say, in the late 1900s, Whitney Houston released The Greatest Love of All. My grandfather loved that wholesome, cheesy song, and he used to ask me to sing it whenever I visited him. That song and all my childhood memories that go with it, I am not ashamed to say, still give me all the feels. But today, I dare to correct the late, great Whitney and say that the children are not our future. In fact, our young people are our present. Their voices matter now, not 30 or 50 years from now, not after they've gotten married or had kids or retired, right now. Their perspectives, the clarity of their lived experience, matter in this moment as much as the lived experience of every person in Los Angeles County when we are shaping policy. We must incorporate their voices and their perspectives into the work we do now before it's too late. In listening to young people, I'm clear that the crisis of the moment is homelessness. From the threat of falling into homelessness because of the rising costs of rent and just living, to the reality of being housed while trying to go to school, being unhoused while trying to go to school, and never being able to recover from the debt that piles up, the pervasiveness of homelessness in our region is a daily attack on our dream for a better future. That's why the work of the first motion I authored to declare a state of emergency on homelessness continues in partnership with all of my colleagues, Mayor Bass, and local leaders throughout the county. This board remains committed to reversing course on this crisis, and it will remain a priority for my term as chair. While homelessness is the crisis of the moment, climate change remains the crisis of our time. No one makes that clearer than our young people whose commitment to a cleaner, more sustainable future is unwavering. I'm grateful for the longtime leaders like my friend Jane Fonda who champion this work and invest in the young people doing it. They're bridging generations of knowledge and experience to make sure we have a livable future. On today's agenda, this board prioritizes that work by introducing the county's first ever water plan, as well as the steps necessary to put it into action. As chair, I will continue to focus investment in bringing our county's sustainability plan to life. But the most insidious, sinister crisis we face today is the crisis of despair. The rate of suicide is unprecedented, especially among women and girls who face increasingly complicated mental health challenges. Anxiety, depression, and substance use are pervasive. These issues, when overlapped with the systemic evils of war, violence, and enslavement, dangerously compound. And let's also be clear that the crisis of despair does not escape our aging population, who are reportedly more lonely and isolated than previous generations of older adults. It feels like no matter where we look, we have reason to lose faith. As the first millennial to serve on this board, I remember our generation was called to action by a campaign with a message of hope. Thanks, Obama. Generations before me heard this message of hope too, from leaders like President Kennedy, who said every area of trouble gives out a ray of hope. Or Alice Walker, who said hope is a woman who has lost her fear. It was Harvey Milk who said, you gotta give them hope for a better world, a better tomorrow, a better place to come if the pressures at home are too great. Hope has touched every generation, even in the darkest of times. So where do we find it today? For me, young people are the embodiment of our hope, not because of precious notions of their innocence or trite feelings about the brightness of their future. Young people are our hope because they are impatient. They aren't waiting around for government or anyone else to fix their problems. They are defining community on their own terms and stepping up to the largest of our world's challenges to tackle them head on. In turn, we owe them safety in their homes and communities, a culture of mutual respect that supports their long-term growth, and true investment in care and a world without violence. That is why during my term as chair, I will also prioritize gender-based and intimate partner violence, which are consistently linked to or the root causes of the most pervasive injustices we face today. Hope starts in the home, and every person who builds a relationship with or touches the life of a young person has a solemn responsibility to be the cause of hope for them. Undoubtedly, this year will present complex challenges. Some we can predict, and some we may never see coming. With the magnitude of this moment, it is easy to feel overwhelmed or disillusioned, or to retreat to the corners of comfort in times of uncertainty. But I still believe that a county this large and powerful can take care of all its people. And if we are to improve the lives of our people, then we must treat those lives as if they are our own. I know that we can do better, and the people of Los Angeles County deserve nothing less. This is a moment for urgency. This is a moment for impatience. This is a moment for profound change. We must march forward together and take bold steps to bridge generations and create the change that we so urgently need. Thank you very much.